Of New Jersey is, as we mentioned all morning long, getting hit hard by this hurricane. It's forced mass evacuations along the famous Jersey shore. Christie is the governor of New Jersey. Governor, good to see you. Good morning.
Matt, good morning.
So, obviously, we aren't talking about the wind event that some people had feared, but we're talking about a major water event. You've got a huge coastline, you've got high tide approaching and wind driving water inland. What are you hearing about flooding in your state?
Matt, we are going to have record flooding in New Jersey. It's already happening. We have 15,000 people in 45 shelters across the state. The rivers in Bound Brook in the Somerset County area are rising rapidly. So is up in the Passaic River area, up in the northern part of the state. And my best advice to people, Matt, please, if you have power, stay in your home. Do not go out. We've already had a couple people who have left their home early this morning and been swept away by water.
Governor, I just want to make sure I know what you're talking about. When you're talking about flooding, are you talking about coastal tidal flooding, or are you talking about the kind of flooding that occurs because the ground is saturated and the water has nowhere to go inland?
It's inland, more inland, Matt. We don't really have a handle yet on what's going on at the shore, but the inland flooding, river flooding, is record-breaking, and we have people who have now tried to leave their homes, and we've gotten distress calls from them that they're in their cars and they're being swept away by the water. So what I need to tell people is that we're going to be fine if everyone stays in their homes. They need to stay in their homes until this storm passes and we can make an assessment. So for the folks in New Jersey at home, we can handle this, but you need to stay in your homes, stay safe where you are, and then we'll ride it out after the storm's over.
And I know it's very difficult for you to get information on everything that's happening in your state, as you've just mentioned. And I don't mean to micromanage here, Governor, but a couple of things come to mind. We understand that one of the nuclear power plants in the state, Oyster Creek, was taken, the generator was actually taken manually offline at 5 p.m. on Saturday in anticipation of high winds. Any cause for concern there at all?
No cause for concern at all, Matt. That's why we did it that early on. An abundance of caution, they powered down yesterday at 5 p.m. before any type of weather was happening. Everything at Oyster Creek is fine, and that's why we took it down yesterday, well before the storm. So people in that area should not be concerned at all about the nuclear power plant.
And again, a piece of minutia. We're having reports that 30 to 35 people are trapped in what's called Cranberry Run, a senior community. These are mobile homes in Buena Vista in Atlantic County. 3 feet of water preventing them from getting out. Is help on the way to those people?
We're dispatching help to the people in Buena Vista as quickly as we can with National Guard assistance and high water vehicles.
Can you give me a sense, Governor, of what it's been like to prepare for this? Obviously, meteorologists have been tracking this storm for about a week now. What was it like in the run-up to this? Anything that you would have done differently? You're pretty satisfied with the preparation?
So far, Matt, I think we're pretty satisfied with the preparation. Our team here at the Regional Operations and Intelligence Center, our Homeland Security Preparedness folks, have done a great job of getting. Remember, we evacuated over 1 million people from the shore in 24 hours without any incident. And I think what we're going to see in retrospect is that the loss of life would have been significantly greater if we had not sounded the warning signal starting on Wednesday and Thursday about people getting away from the shore, and that we finally got them out of there. But now what we're really worried about is inland flooding, Matt. This is going to be record flooding. People need to stay in their homes. If they do, I'm confident that we're going to be able to handle whatever we need to with shelter space for folks who need it, but they need to stay in their homes right now. It is very dangerous to be outside in New Jersey right now.
And without putting you on the spot, those million or so people who did evacuate from the shore area, any guesstimate, if they're watching right now, as to when they might be able to return home?
Matt, we don't have any guesstimate yet on when they might be able to return home. Once the storm passes through us later this afternoon, we'll be going out to the shore and all over the state to do damage assessments, see where we stand from a power perspective. We've already had over 100,000 people lose power here in the state of New Jersey. In fact, I'm now being told that it's up to 400,000 people who have lost power here in New Jersey. So we have to make an assessment of infrastructure and how that's operating on the shore, and also what damage is made to the shorefront properties.
You and your people have your hands full. Governor Christie, thanks for joining us this morning. I really appreciate it.
Matt, thanks for having me.
All right, we're going to have much more on Hurricane Irene right after this.